Okay, so continuing with this Minecraft fishing, what I'd like to add is different types of fish. And we're going to do that with nested if statements down here, right? We can have if statements within if statements. And for the fish, what I'd like to do, just going to go back here for a second, and let's select the blue, let's say. What I'd like to do is, if I catch a fish, I want to get something within that 0 to 0.85 range, that 85% chance. I want to then get another random number. I'm going to do another simulation, and I'm going to create a little number line here, and I'll get a random number from 0 to 1 again, and I want to say what type of fish am I going to get. And I think I've got 4. There's the regular fish that we caught, the raw fish, the raw salmon, pufferfish, and clown, I think. So we can do whatever probabilities we want here, but I'm going to do a 50%, so up to 0.5. This will be for the, this will be just the regular raw fish. That's a 50% chance, right? And then maybe we'll do a 20% chance, so to 0.7, and then to 0.9. So this section can be for the salmon. This section can be for the puffer, and then the last section, that final 10%, can be for the clownfish. Right? So there's a 50% here. From 0.5 to 0.7 is 20%. From 0.7 to 0.9 is 20%. And that final last little bit here is the 10%. Okay, so 50, 70, 90, 100%. So I'm going to do this simulation right here, right? This simulation will go inside of the if statement for when I catch a fish. So let's set that up and see what it looks like in our code. Okay. So I'm going to go in here. This is, maybe I should add a comment here. This is going to be catch fish, just to make sure it's clear. This is catch junk. This is catch treasure. And under catch fish, I now want to simulate what type of fish to catch, right? So I'm going to get a random number. Let's rand fish this time, maybe we'll call it. Be math.random. And now I've got 4 possibilities. So I'm going to go, if something is true, do this. And this will be the... I'll do the console.log still. This will be the raw fish. Else, if something is true, then console.log raw salmon. Else, if something else is true, console.log puffer fish. And the last but not least will be the console.log clown. Okay. And the if statement here will be, I need to test that new variable called randfish. Don't get randnum and randfish mixed up. Randnum is for the outer if statement, right? The outer selection statement. And now the randfish is, okay, I've gone into this if statement, the 85% chance of catching a fish. Now I'm going to start over. And if randfish is less than 0.5, it's a raw fish. If that's not true, I know it must be 0.5 or higher. So I just need to check if it's less than 0.7 to get that 20% chance for raw salmon. If that's not true, I know it must be 0.7 or higher. So I just need to check if it's less than 0.9. And if that's not true, then we're in that last 10% to get the clownfish. Okay. And I've got this code here, which is still going to run. I got to do something with that. We should probably take, I'm going to get rid of that. And we should probably take this and put it inside of here. Right? If I catch a raw fish, numFish variable will be for the raw fish, that's fine. And then reset the fish. We'll have to change some things. But for now, let's just do that. And this right now is my nested if statement, my nested simulation inside of that first result of catching a fish. For junk, I could do the same thing here, right? If I catch junk, maybe there's different types of junk I can catch, and I could do an if statement within here to simulate what kind of junk I caught. Same with treasure. Okay, I didn't get images for that though, so I'm not going to do it. Maybe you can do that if you want. But let's get this working first. So I'm going to go back to here, and now, okay, raw fish again. Ooh, puffer fish. So I got into that 85%, and then raw salmon, raw fish, clownfish, raw fish. Okay, getting lots of fish here. Oh, still can get treasure. Treasure. Do I still get junk somewhere in here? Yep, junk in there. Okay, so this is essentially the logic is all done. All we have to do now is the inputs and the tallies and stuff. So first we'll fix this one from saying fish to saying raw fish. And then we'll go raw salmon, create a span for that, and we'll call it salmon. That'll start at 0, do a little line. Puffer fish, create a span for that. Puffer, start off at 0, little line, and clownfish. Clown. Oops. And a 0 for that, and a line. And then the junk and the treasure can stay there. So we just needed more things for the different types of fish that we're going to get. And I also need new variables. So let num salmon be 0, let num puffer be 0, and let num clown be 0. So I need more variables. And in here, let's just copy and paste. So not num fish, but I need num salmon plus plus update. I think I just called it salmon to num salmon. Beautiful. And then we have a picture for that, raw underscore salmon. Great. Raw underscore salmon dot png. Good. Okay, and then copy and paste as well here. Num puffer plus plus num puffer, and change this to puffer. I did lowercase, right? Yeah. And then in here we've got an image pufferfish old. I don't know why it's called that, but that's okay. Pufferfish underscore old dot png, and that should be good. All right, last one, clownfish. Num clown, great. Same here, num clown, clown element, and our picture is a clownfish.png. Clownfish.png. Okay, so that should now do the new totals. This I don't need to change. I think raw fish, yep. Raw fish again, raw fish again. Oh dear. Okay, seriously. Okay, there's junk. Oh, there we go. That would be a clownfish. Good. That would be salmon, pufferfish. Awesome. Salmon again. Junk, my boots. Puffer again. Yeah, this is working. Salmon. Okay, good. Let's see if I can get a treasure. Where's my bow? Lots of different fish. That's good. Not many boots. We've got a clownfish again. Seriously. Oh, there it is. Finally a treasure. Wow. Okay, anyway, this is just simulating what you could get. And like I said, simulations come in everything, right? One of the assignments, if you've ever played Mario Kart, right? You pick up one of those boxes and you get a random treasure, a random item, right? So your assignment will be a Mario Kart item box simulator, and you're just going to simulate, hey, what do you get when you collect an item box? So very similar to this, right? Keep the totals. And the assignment will also ask you for what position you're in. That's kind of the advanced part of the assignment. And if you're in a lower, if you're closer to the front, you get worse items. If you're closer to the end, you get better items. Anyway, hope you have fun with that assignment. This assignment this example should help you a lot in that one. Very similar ideas. Global variables to keep track of totals. We've got this random number in the if statement, the nested if inside of that, right, to figure out what kind of fish we get, updating the totals and the images, all that good stuff. Okay, hopefully that made sense. I was thinking about doing some stuff like, you know how we're doing document get element by ID dot results over and over again. Sometimes it's a good idea. We could have gone let results element be assigned document dot get element by ID results, right? So this results element is we'll get the document to look for that once and store it in a variable, and then we can replace all of this with results element. Okay, and then same here, results element. I like to add the little EL at the end just to remind myself that this variable that I created is storing an HTML element. And one last one here. Actually, no, we got to do it down below too. I think, yeah, we got it here as well. And you know what I should have done is if you hit Control H, there's a find replace, and we could have searched for document.get element by ID results and replace that with results element, right? And then there's one here, and this will replace all, but I want to do one at a time, and this one I can replace, and I don't want to replace that one. Anyway, that's just helpful so that you don't have to type all that. And this just keeps it a little neater, right? And it's more efficient too. Instead of asking the document to search for this element multiple times, it does it once, and then I reference it. Just make sure it still works. Yep, still getting to the results element. Okay, we can actually do the same thing for the fish, salmon, puffer. We could create variables for those if we wanted to, so that we don't have to do it every time the event listener runs. Okay. So global variables to keep track of totals, and we have the one here for our element that we can then use that variable to update it. Okay, hope that made sense. The key though is I really expect you to understand how to make these if statements to test randomness. This idea of this line, right, for probabilities. I'm getting 0 to 1. Hey, 85% is from here to here, 10% from here to here, 5% from here to here. Okay. All right, I'm going to stop talking. Have some fun with this. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.